Joelle Greene George reminisced on where her love for writing began.
I was in standard 4, going into standard 5. I had this best friend, and she was an avid reader too. And she said, "Let's write a book." And I was like, "Of course, we have to write a book. We were going to write this mystery like Nancy Drew, right?" Hardy Boys. So we got this notebook, and she would take it home and write, and I would take it home and write. And unfortunately, we lost our book. But it's from that I told my mother once. She said, "What do you want to be?" And I said, "I want to be an author." And there was just silence, right? And that was her way of saying, let's think about that.
And so when she moved to Tobago, Joelle found her place among what she loved, books. She adopted the Tobago Book Club, which was conceptualized by Tobagonian psychologist Ariel Batiste. The Tobago Book Club, as the name suggests, is all about reading. However, it's reading with a Caribbean twist.
So we started to bring wine, and we started to bring chicken, and when a little cake reach, and who birthday it is, and then we start to get gifts. Typical Caribbean style. We cannot have a good time unless there's something to yam, right? So that's how we started. And people are busy, so we don't meet as regularly as we should. But what we have also done is include other persons outside of Tobago.
Persons from Trinidad, Grenada, and even St. Vincent have lent their voices to the book club's discussions. Joelle says the open and relaxed forum motivates many to attend.
Sometimes they haven't read the book, they read 2 pages, come to the discussion, because we say even if you haven't finished reading the book, don't miss out on the line. And they come to the line, we talk about the book, and they say, "Wait, I have to go and read that book in Truth Boy." So it's one of those things that we are using to encourage reading.
Out of the Tobago Book Club emerged Joelle's brainchild, the Book Club Corner.
We created a little doc form, a Google Doc form, and people were filling it out and sending their books for us to read. And it's based on that. I said, when we have Book Club Corner, I want it to be like a book club, but just a conversation with the author where the author gets to shine.
Through her discussions with the authors, Joelle realized they needed additional support, and so she put on her marketing cap. She's also the owner of Caribbean Book Marketing Hub.
Self-published authors really need support, and my business, so that's Caribbean Book Marketing Hub, we're very focused on making sure that authors are seen, that they're heard, and that they're able to make a living from their copyright, from their intellectual property, which is their work.
Also an author herself, Joelle continues to fuel her love for writing and has many plans for the near future.
I'm planning to write another book because I have one ready to publish. It's about book marketing, but I love mangoes, I love eating, I love recipes, I love cooking. So I'm hoping to do a book about food, about drinks, about eating, about hanging out and liming.
As president of the Tobago Writers Guild, Joelle wants young writers to pursue their passion.
If you feel driven to do that, that's something you should focus on. You have a gift to write, to tell a story, and sometimes not all writing is the same. Sometimes you may go into journalism, you may become a non-fiction author, a fiction author, a poet. You could become a ghostwriter. Right? There are so many spaces that an author can get into. Don't let other persons discourage you.
She's encouraging readers and writers to get involved by being a part of the Tobago Writers Guild and let the Caribbean story be told. I am Caricia Douglas for TTT News, and I love Tobago.